Bonfire night at Highbury in 2001 was the setting for a League Cup third-round tie between Arsenal and Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson fielded a young side due to his growing injury list. Commentary comes from Peter Brackley and David Pleats.
Wiltor and Kanu up front then for Arsenal. Two youngsters in the firing line for Manchester United, Danny Webber and Jimmy Davis. This is Grimandi, who did play yesterday. So did Van Bronckhorst, of course. He's in at left back. Wiltor was on as a sub during the game. Here's Stepanovs, the Latvian international. Now Edu, not too much has been seen of him really. He's had injury problems since he came from Corinthians, his club in Brazil. Wiltor with some good movement up front. Here's Woolwalk. He's got a central defensive role for Manchester United, one of their more experienced players, you could say. This is Tavroledes. You've seen him a bit, I think, David, haven't you?
I saw him in a game at London Colney, Arsenal's training ground. He looked very, very competent, very calm on the ball.
It's Jordic. I know Alex Ferguson is pretty excited about his prospects. He was set clattering there by the challenge from Ray Parlour, who clearly is taking his job as captain tonight pretty seriously.
Well, Jordic had a lovely little skirmish there with Pennant to regain possession of that ball, and then Parlour came across and fouled him late.
Jordic came from a Swedish club, although he is a Serb by birth, rather than the Ryan Giggs mould with his style of play. They've got an opening here with Phil Neville, but he has failed to deliver. Good opportunity then for Manchester United.
Super opportunity. Davis and Webber at the near post, at the back post. York had made grounds from midfield, but it was a fabulous little ball by Jordic that played the ball into Neville's stride.
In ahead of Wiltor. Here comes Edu. That was Jordic.
Trying to use Webber's pace, covered by Van Bronckhorst.
He's been doing well in the reserves, I'm told, Danny Webber. Got a hat-trick against Newcastle earlier in the season. Given away then carelessly by Stewart. It's Wiltor. Away from O'Shea, Sylvain Wiltor, bearing down on goal, and the block in the end denied him. Some important defending there by Neville.
Yes, important defending by Neville, but rather weak defending by his colleagues there. So two dummies on the way on that run. Wiltor, there's the first one, I think that was O'Shea. Unfortunately, Neville blocked.
Stepanovs has come up from the back, almost made contact, it was York. And then swung well wide from our friend from Greece, Tavroledes. Which is easy enough for me to say.
Yes, evidently impressed Arsenal in a international under-21 game, where they had a scout present, and then they saw him play for his club side, Salonika. Arsene Wenger, of course, not amiss to bringing quite a few foreign players over to Arsenal. He's very good at handling them.
Tavroledes. Rather tight clearance though, straight to Webber, showing his battling qualities, but it's Grimandi now advancing for Arsenal to Kanu. Wiltor ahead of him, he's offside here, Wiltor is through, and Arsenal are in front on the half hour. I should say on the quarter hour.
Well, it's fine play by Grimandi, skipping past several tackles. I think that he was possibly just played onside on this right-hand side. I think it was Roach. Once he was away, he was always going to place that ball with his left foot behind the goalkeeper.
He did well to keep his feet then, Wiltor. Some blistering pace by him. The flag stayed down as the United defenders looked across the line now.
Well, I don't think Wiltor was offside, and I think it was Kanu trying to get onside.
Freddie Ljungberg with his latest hairstyle. Goodness me. You tried that one, David?
Well, it looks like a pop group to me, isn't it? to make him go any slower, Freddie Ljungberg, you know, that hairstyle. I think, regardless of the hairstyles in the Arsenal team, they seem to be pretty quick, those with strange hairstyles.
Was Luzhny to Kanu. It's not done this time, though. The tenacity of Stewart onto Dwight York now. That was very nearly into the path. And the young man up front, Jimmy Davis.
A lovely little run of Davis. He floated off the back of Stepanovs there for York's ball. Love to see York get on the ball, because he's got that trickery and that poise that can brighten the game up. I have to say, I'm very impressed with the crowd here tonight. It's a full house. We can't see an empty seat, and it's quite incredible, really, because they all had a... Let's see what Davis can do.
He's got Webber in the middle. Chadwick's arriving as well. And Juric! It was such a good chance fashioned for him there. Arsenal in some disarray at the back. They were really opened up. And to Wright's relief, it flew wide of the post.
Well, if I was him, I wouldn't worry too much. It was a great opportunity. What a good position he got himself into. Davis's ball, nicely pulled back. Should have scored. No one can deny that.
Stewart stretching, but it's Grimondi breaking now. Options right and left, mainly down the right. Wiltor, he made himself available. Kanu's up top, here is Kanu. Always a threat. The crowd on their feet behind the goal. It was a risky old pink pass there by Walworth, but almost put his keeper under some pressure.
Yeah, a bit of table football there, just to get the crowd going.
And the game beginning to open up nicely. Here's Webber. No offside. He was clean through.
Second chance in a couple of minutes. Bob Wilson may be pleased. It was a good block.
Stewart. Now to Roach. Cavallarides is away. Chadwick. United beginning to impose themselves now. Stewart seeing a lot of the ball in midfield. This is Roach. They've got 4 up here, United, including Dwight York. Relishing this opportunity. Back on senior duty, Dwight York. But here was Webber's chance.
Stepanovs played onside. It was a lovely ball by Juric. And if could have just got sideways on Webber and probably dragged the ball past Wright.
We saw just now Thierry Henry. No part for him then this evening. Parler. Arsenal is driving force from the midfield. It's a storming run here by Parler. Wiltor. Pennant had cut inside. This is Kanu. And then Edu. A really good try too.
Not an easy shot to take. It was a nice knockback from Kanu. And it was just behind Edu. But there you see, he had to lean back when the ball comes. Cleverly held. It was a difficult shot to take, and he kept it down well. And he just steers it wide.
Not far away from his first goal for Arsenal. Roach careless with his distribution. Grimondi working hard to steer it on to Wiltor. And now Kanu. Oh, the keeper's a long way out here, and that's a penalty. Carroll has brought him down. And from my angle here, he was spot on then, Mike Riley.
I just wonder why Carroll had to come. He was going wide of the goal. All of a sudden, Carroll appears from nowhere. I think Kanu just got caught, didn't he, with his ankle by the goalkeeper. But no, a defender was going for the ball with Kanu. Did Carroll have to come? I don't think so.
An error of judgment, surely then, from the Irish goalkeeper. And Sylvain Wiltor has the chance now to double Arsenal's advantage and score his second of the evening. Well, can Carroll redeem himself? Very nearly. It was unlucky. But it was battered in by Wiltor. Wenger Street very much in control now.
Pure power, just underneath Carroll. very straight. I think a little bit fortunate to score. Carroll will be disappointed. Wiltord will be happy. Alex will be thinking.
Davis, Djordjic calling far side. Davis had seen him too. Here's Djordjic. Webber's in the middle. And a clumsy clearance by Stepanovs. It was straight out from Bronckhorst. Arsenal getting themselves into a muddle again. Davis. But he hasn't punished them. Edu on the counter raid here. To Kanu. And this time Wiltord is offside. No hat-trick for him. Not yet anyway. But he is a real threat with his pace.
There's a clever angle ball actually. And I think that Roach, he raised his hand in hope. And in the end he got satisfaction.
Chadwick now. Djordjic to his left. Typical mazy run here by Chadwick. Now Djordjic. And Webber stretching. It was just too heavy for him. But only just. Bit of a late tackle from Stepanovs. He's miscalculated there.
Yeah, he's not finding that easy, Stepanovs, to contain the two bright front players. But once again, crossed by Djordjic, just a little bit too strong after good play by Chadwick. If they can get them on the ball, they've still got a chance of getting back in this game.
Djordjic bending it in. Wright made the decision to come for it. And he's escaped.
Well, he who hesitates is lost, and he certainly didn't hesitate. He went all the way, and York just got up early and high. And Wright didn't get there.
Back comes York. Losing out though to Pennant. Now Parler and Wiltord. Good football here from Arsenal. Wiltord again, he's onside. That's the hat-trick. Terrific front running from Sylvain Wiltord. Arsenal take a 3-0 lead. Oh, that's quality stuff from the Frenchman.
I think it was Parler that played that ball once again. A tight decision. Carroll come a little bit late. He had clear control and he's just nicked it over. There's Parler's ball. Eye on the ball. And the deftest of flicks. And now United really have a mountain. It was always going to be difficult. There's that little touch. Carroll in no man's land. Coming late. Ball trickles over the line. And the ground explodes.
Really sharp finishing then from Wiltord. He was onside. I think it might have been Neville playing him on. Well, a super finale then to the first 45 minutes for the home team. They have been the more dangerous side, and certainly this man has been in lethal form. 3 goals from Wiltord. United came back briefly for a spell, but not for long. This was the first for Wiltord, tucked away as the flag stayed down, beating the offside trap. And then Kanu tumbled by Carroll, who came rushing out rather needlessly. And Wiltord thumping it in, a little unlucky then, Roy Carroll, as it spun off him into the other corner. But then Wiltord sealing a fabulous first half for him by clipping in number 3. So Wiltord and his Arsenal team very handily placed now to clinch a place in the next round. 3-0, they lead at half-time. John Halls, wearing number 32, 19 years old. He's coming on in place of Van Bronckhorst for Arsenal, and a change in goal for United. Lyman van der Houw coming on in place of Roy Carroll. You see what Alex thought of the first half with Gary?
Yeah, what did you think of the first half, Alex?
Well, I thought quite an entertaining game, and the young lads have done very well. I think it's a bit unfortunate, the goals. I mean, to me, they looked offside, the first and third goals. Penalty kick, I'm not sure about. I would have to see that again.
Well, we're pretty sure it was a penalty. I'm not actually. I thought
No.
I thought Kanu was looking for that.
Yeah, but I mean, they're young lads, and you need good officials for these games, you know. And I'd be disappointed officials.
The youngsters are going very well, though.
They're doing great, yeah. I'm very pleased, and it's a good, entertaining game. Arsenal are putting a lot of work into it, and our lads are holding their head up well.
Good. Well, just underway. So
well.
let's rejoin our commentary
Thank you.
team. Thank you, Alex.
Yes, we've started, Alex. He's gone off to found his seat now. Didn't seem too concerned. Obviously, it's not top of his priorities, David, but all the same, what do you think he kind of drawn from this first half in terms of the commitment of his team for a start?
Well, he suggested that they'd been bright, and I would agree with that. He also suggested you need strong officials. I didn't think that was a big talking point in the first period. I thought Barber and his two assistants, maybe he was talking about the couple of marginals where goals came from offside decisions, but I don't know what game Gary's watching, but maybe, you know, Gary saw something in the penalty that we didn't see. But no, I think that the most important thing for United's point of view is they now really show what they're made of and resist Arsenal, particularly if Arsenal relax and surge forward, because there's no question about it. Arsenal are a stronger side, but there's a lot of good footballers in this young United team. A lot of good footballers.
Well, that was a really well-timed intervention then by Tavroleridis, a young Greek defender. He certainly seemed unfazed by it all in the first half, but there's Webber now, trying to force his way through. Stepanov standing firm. Kanu. I certainly thought it was a penalty when he went to ground after colliding with Roy Carroll. That was Halls, now to Wiltor. Halls from nearby Islington. This is Kanu, who comes from a bit further away. Arsenal have forced the corner here off Djuric.
Good defending. Djuric very much an attacking wide player, but they're showing the responsibility to come back, concede the corner. Stepanov's among those in the middle. And well claimed by the veteran Van der Hau, the Dutchman who's come on then for the second half in place of Carroll. Tavroleridis got caught up then with Webber and is in some discomfort. I think he's caught him on the shoulder with his boot. Just as he fell there, rather awkward for Tavroleridis. Here's Djuric with a free kick. Tavroleridis still off the field, receiving attention. Wiltor. Well, that was neatly played. Now Pennant. Parler's got storming forward. So was Edu with a wonderful touch. Wiltor. Is this number 4 for him? Great stop by Van der Hau, but what an incisive piece of counter-attacking then by Arsenal. Yeah, super play. It was Pennant who played the diagonal ball, a gorgeous touch, and then Wiltord cutting across, taking the ball so well. Unfortunately for United, Van der Hau shaping up better than his colleague in the first half, who I thought was a little bit sketchy in his general goalkeeping, Roy Carroll. But that was a fine save.
A real touch of Brazilian flair from Edu, who set up the chance. Here he is again now. Dwight York back on defensive duty. Djuric. Good interception though by Lushny, who'd come across. Grimondi. The game will really open up, I'm sure, in the second half. This is Pennant now looking for a run on goal. Still Pennant. The crowd urging him on, but he couldn't find the finish to match the run. Wiltor, a very neat spin then. I tell you what, David, he's in the mood tonight.
Well, he's certainly going to get the prize for the most goal attempts. I think he'll probably get the prize for the most on target too.
Now Neville. Davis on to Neville again. This is promising for United. And that's handball by Halls.
Well,
to book him for it.
Well, he deems that as deliberate handball. It's stopping the ball into the penalty area, and possibly a goal-scoring chance might develop from. So there's no option really if he's refereeing to the letter of the law. You know, it's handball in a defensive position. He's stopping across. That's a yellow card.
Hard to get out of the way, though.
Well, if the referee thought that he couldn't get out of the way, he wouldn't have given the free kick.
Absolutely. Flipped over by Stewart. It's Chadwick now to fire it back in, but without any real conviction. Haven't had that cutting edge, are they, in front of goal?
No, they haven't got the power. It's purely power. I mean, they're a good footballing team, but when that ball comes into the box there, you know, Arsenal are heavy favourites to clear the ball. There's just not enough muscle amongst the United group that are out here tonight.
A long way back from here for Manchester United, especially when they give it away that cheaply. It's Pennant. You just sense he's going to be a real crowd favourite at Highbury. Outmanoeuvred on this occasion by Stewart. With his aggression, it's left Pennant in some distress too. Now Chadwick's gone down. On goes Stewart again. He has caught the eye for Manchester United. Jordic. Stewart in pursuit. Does he trip then? Mike Riley says no.
Well, I don't think he's got the nous, Stewart, to fall, to cheat. There's a problem at the other end. Pennant's down. There's a bit of a kerfuffle in the box there, which Mr. Riley's going to sort out. Davis fell. I don't think he dived. Riley certainly thought that he didn't dive. It was a bit of a stumble.
Here's Davis. Raimondi left his leg trailing.
It's funny, Sir Alex was complaining at half-time about the referee. Now the Arsenal players are complaining about the referee. They feel they're getting punished for tackles that they feel aren't that severe.
Is there a match when players don't complain about the referee? Djuric is lining this one up alongside Dwight York and Stewart in attendance as well. It will be the left peg of Djuric, but it was deflected onto the crossbar. All right was beaten then. And the frame of the goal came to his rescue.
I wondered if he touched that onto the bar. No, got a deflection.
They do now. On the counter charge, but not for long. Roach had got back.
Charlie George.
Charlie George, yeah, he got an important goal once, didn't he? Just a little bit. FA Cup final winner for the Arsenal. Kanu. Pennant had shown for him. Here is Pennant now. Kanu. Oh, he's onside. And it was agonisingly wide from Kanu.
Well, it was terribly wasteful after some wonderful early play by Kanu. I mean, he knows exactly where he is. He has a look up. Was he trying to chip to Wiltord? I wonder if Alex will make a move soon to maybe remove one of the front players. It's been very difficult for them. I think they've both done well this evening, but I think the physical effort of playing against more senior players and trying to do the closing down is bound to take its toll.
Wiltord might be in here against Woolwork. Oh, Mike Riley had a good look, hard look, and then pointed to the spot. He was in a terrible tangle, Woolwork. Just found the pace and the power of Wiltord too hard to contain. It was clumsy, David.
Well, he certainly didn't pull him by his hair, but he tried to grab his hair. And I think he put his hand on his head and forced him to ground. He struggled a little bit tonight, Woolwork. Not easy against the pace of Wiltord. There you see him leaning on his nose. He's going to be second. And there he gives him a little tug, and you can't get away with that.
Kanu picked up the ball, marched off towards the penalty spot, placed it down. He intends to take the kick. He didn't care what Wiltord thought about it, and that's why. It's 4-0. Kanu is on the score sheet again. And his team surely now are coasting.
Yeah, cleanly taken. Nice side of the foot, very relaxed. Quite sure that Lenny Lawrence, now sitting in the stand, can leave. He knows who he's going to be playing and where he's going to be playing in the next round. Grimsby will be at Highbury for sure.
That's Good work again at the back from Tavlaridis. Well, Halls has already been shown the yellow card. Jordic certainly kicked out at him there. That does not look too clever. And he is off. What a baptism for him. Well, we did wonder whether the booking for the handball was harsh. I think you were right. By the letter of the law, Mike Riley had to show him that first card. And that was a foolish challenge. Well, Wenger couldn't look unhappy about it, but what on earth was he doing there, the young man? You'd have to say that, though.
Well, you can't say because it's, you know, the results. There's a clear kick, and the ball was going out of play. It was an unnecessary challenge too. Obviously, he's going to get the sympathy of the home crowd, and possibly Arsene Wenger either wouldn't have seen it, or will try and defend him. But you know, Mr. Riley has to referee as he sees it.
Kanu. Always teasing. This is Wiltor. Now Parler. On by Grimondi, who I think is finally going to be dragged off the field in a minute. Certainly didn't want to go earlier. This is Kanu. There's going to be a party piece here. Oh, the crowd love that. Maybe not the finish. Well, the first bit wasn't bad.
Well, nearly changed my man of the
showman,
match.
isn't he?
Nearly changed my man of the match. This is gorgeous. The crowd loved it. Look at the faces of the crowd. They loved it. That's what the crowd's like.
Here's Davis now. Three waiting in the middle, but waiting in vain. As Ricketts cuts it out. And now the decision has gone Arsenal's way. A night to remember for Sylvain Wiltor. Probably didn't think he'd be playing this evening. But he has done so to deadly effect, as the scoreline reflects. He'll be a bit happier tonight than he was yesterday, Arsene Wenger. They have cruised through in the end by 4 goals to 0, a hat-trick from Sylvain Wiltor. Kanu from the penalty spot with the other goal. Just that one little spell when United gave themselves hope. But Arsenal, in truth, were the stronger team overall and have run out deserving winners.